morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Kyle here, Bussin' Bethunes. As you can see, I'm next to that old bus currently. We are about to pack up and roll out. Today we got a travel day. We are leaving the Fall City area. We're heading over to Leavenworth, a city or an area we've never been to before. Super excited. If you're not familiar with Leavenworth, Washington, it's a Bavarian style city. Definitely look it up. It's interesting. I may do a video in Leavenworth. I don't know. We'll see. See if I have time. See if it's something I want to do. Not super, I haven't decided on that yet, but yeah, it is, for everybody that's been there, it looks really cool. It's like a Bavarian village, a little over 2 hours from here, probably 2.5 bus time. Kind of been debating which way I want to go. I think I've got two options. I can go up a little bit north of here and go on US 2 across to Leavenworth, or I can go down to I-90 and cross over. So I'm honestly still undecided. I am going to have to stop and grab a bit of fuel. Fuel is freaking expensive. I looked this morning. The cheapest I'm probably going to be able to get my hands on is about $5 a gallon. So I'm not going to be filling the bus up. Let me know where you are. What is fuel there? Because here it is outrageously expensive. Not only fuel, but gasoline too. It's pricey. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining me today. We're going to get packed up here in a minute. Got a beautiful day here. Not a cloud in the sky this morning. Low to mid 70s. It's been really nice here in Western Washington, that's for sure. Making our way a little east. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a little hotter over there. You're not really up in the mountains much, and you're not close to the coast as much. So yeah, I'm curious to see what we got over there. But yeah, glad to hop on the road. If you saw the last video, I've had a lot of people reach out and give me some ideas on how to maybe fix the poop toter. She's still sitting over here where I left her in the last video. We had to go dump again the other day, so I just did that. But I did buy some adhesive, and in this video, I'm going to try to fix this thing toward the end of this video and let you know if it holds up. I'm going to take the valve, not completely off because that would be ridiculous, and just loosen enough where I can get some adhesive in there. Let it set up for at least 24 hours, maybe 36 hours. Fingers crossed. Hopefully get a little use out of that. Yeah, guys, thanks for joining me today. It's going to be a good day, and yeah, glad to hop behind the wheel and put this girl on the road. Alright, so we're about ready to roll out just after 11 o'clock. We're a couple minutes behind. It's 11:02. Oh, this camera's not focused. Anyway, this is kind of the route I'm looking at. It's giving me two options. Here we are right here just south of Redmond, or Dot. That's our destination over there, just north of Leavenworth. It's giving me two options basically to go up to US 2 here, or to go down to 90 up, and then you gotta go over there. I'm honestly leaning a little bit toward US2. You know, I think either way, I'm gonna have to deal with a mountain pass either way. Possibly 2 on I-90. So I think US2 is going to be my route of choice. It's definitely shorter, like you say, just over 100 miles there. So I think we're going to go with that. We're about to pull out here, go run them, dump at the dump station, and then we got to go grab a bit of fuel up around, I believe a place called Sultan, Washington. Sultan, S-U-L-T-A-N. Yeah, it'd be Sultan, Washington. And then we'll hopefully have a pretty straight shot into Leavenworth. Yeah, there's a pass here. Where's that? It's called Stevens Pass. Somewhere in there. I don't know. I think either way is kind of going to be, you know, somewhat similar in terrain. I know US2 is probably going to be mostly a 2-lane road the majority of the time. I think that's what I'm going to go with today. I think that's kind of what I'm feeling. At least that's kind of what my knowing is telling me. Go with US2 and take that route. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're over here and dump these tanks real quick. We'll be on our way. Oh yeah, signals are not working again. They were working the other day when I was messing with the bus. Well, yeah, the other day I had some issue come up. I had to turn the bus on a couple times, and they literally worked right off the bat. I mean, they started working immediately. So I don't know, some type of short or something in there. I got to figure that out. But for the time being, I will be riding solo with Jen behind me in the Jeep. You can see her right back there. Alright guys, tanks are done. Oh, had to turn my tunes down a little bit. Heading out of the famous Thousand Trails gate here. They have these, I don't know if you can see them, they have these nail strips. Literally all of their campgrounds have those. I've never been to another campground anywhere that does that except Thousand Trails. Yeah guys, we're heading out. I'm gonna grab fuel here, probably 30-40 miles. We're getting down there a little bit. I'm down around a quarter, maybe a little bit below. Again, this Washington fuel is rough, so we'll have to see what we're faced with today. I picked out a station that it looks like I can get into, and I guess we'll have to see what the price of fuel is when we get there. So, yeah guys, I'll pick you guys up here in a little bit from the cockpit. Alright guys, we are approaching our fuel stop. It's looking like it's going to be $4.99 a gallon. $4.99 per gallon. Oh joy. I believe there is a truck fill in the back. That's kind of my issue, is there's not a lot of truck stops here. There's not a lot of truck-friendly gas stations, so I really have to kind of do my research when I've been having to really do my research to figure this out. But man, $4.99 a gallon, holy smokes. So yeah, let's get this thing topped off, I guess. Well, not topped off. I'm not topping it off, absolutely not. Satellite. Yeah, guys, diesel, or at least, fuel over here, Washington, is just insanely expensive. Let me know what it is where you guys are. I put $100 in. That should get us to Leavenworth and probably back. We're still not 100% sure we're coming back this way. There's some things up in the air. We're just kind of, that'll be like a last minute decision, but yeah, I just kind of want to add enough to get me there and get us back this way if I need to. $100 should do that. Like I said, it's 100 miles. With what I already had, I should be fine. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I think last time we were up here, diesel was very similar, maybe even a bit higher, and that was in 22, I believe. So, yeah, it just kind of seems to be. Wow, that was quick. My thing's already quit on me. Oh, let me go around and make sure I hit my $100. Yeah, that did not take long. 100.47. Wow. Yeah, I ended up getting just over 19 gallons. Whew, that was quick. But yeah, Fuel is insane. But I've heard people telling me here that almost $1 of that here goes to taxes. So I mean, not surprising. I think in Arizona, last time I filled up in Arizona, it was like 350, 360, which isn't insanely better. So yeah, I'm kind of curious where you are, what fuel is currently running. But yeah, I went 47 cents over. I probably need to go give the guy 47 cents. All right, guys. Yeah, I did go at 47 cents. I mean, he set it to 100. Oh, they were old pumps, so went there and paid him his extra 47 cents. I'm gonna hop on Highway 2 here. According to this, I got around 70 miles left. Probably about a bus time, more like an hour and a half, probably hour 45. With the pass that is coming. Oh, I'll show you here in a minute. I don't know. It's gonna be the best route this shit's ever made, but I will say I bet it's gonna be a beautiful drive because all I see ahead of me once I get on this road is mountains. So, albeit it's gonna make it interesting, it's also hopefully be a little beautiful. I'm sure it will. No, Jen, you gotta go, baby. Yeah, Mr. Motorhome here, man, here. Alright, let's go. Let's get on this. Yeah, look at the mountains ahead. I know it's a little hazy today, so we'll have to see. Wow, guys, look at this in front of me. Holy cow. I knew this was going to be a beautiful drive. We're just getting started. Yeah, I think we're down in the I guess they said this is part of the Cascade Loop. I've never been on this portion of the Cascade Loop. I think when we did it, we were north of here a bit. But man, wow, this is going to be something else. I'm sure it's going to be interesting. A little dicey here and there. But, great and beautiful things rarely come easy. But, man alive, look at that mountain. There's still a good deal of snow up on that thing. Yeah, we're gonna hop on here, and we've already been hopped on. We're gonna get a good little clip left, I'm sure. I think Stevens Pass is our lone mountain pass that we will be traversing today. I don't believe it's too intense. I'm gonna say around 3,000 feet, which in comparison to some I've done, it's not much, but still something you got to be on your toes about. Turn signals still not working. It's so weird. Like literally the other day, I was having to air the bus up. And I left the turn signal on, and as soon as I fired the bus up, the turn signals are gone. And they ran constantly till I didn't need to fire it up anymore. Anyway, well, still got to figure that one out. Definitely want to figure that one out before we head east. Also, there's another thing broken on the bus that I've got to show you guys. I'll show you when we get parked today, and I'll tell you a little bit about how I discovered it was broke. Woo! Tight quarters. Run away, go find a lover. All right, guys, I believe we are approaching our destination after many countless miles of rigorous winding roads. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad. Definitely out in the forest though, which I am not complaining about that. I like that a lot. I'm gonna pull over here. Check in, guess, right lane. Okay. We got the Osprey Lodge over there. Well, hopefully my checker enter lady hopefully, cross your fingers, get us a full hookup site. I'm not holding my breath, but that would be nice. I guess we will have to see. Oh. Hey, yo. There she goes. We're all rooting for full hookups.
What?
We're all rooting for full hookups. Yeah, it's kind of cloudy and overcast today. What are you puppers doing back there?
Come here.
Little
I'm gonna bite you.
Chico. Chico. Theodore, how was your ride today? Was it good? I think we've discovered Theodore does not like when we go over rumble strips. He seems to relocate himself and get very uneasy. So he doesn't like the rumble strip. Yeah. What do you think of his new haircut? I'm calling him Fee Deer now. Thea Deer, because he looks like a deer to me. Yeah, he's a sweet baby. It's like, I got weed. Kevin, what are you doing? Let's see here. It's the moment of truth.
We do, in fact, have a full hookup site.
Nice.
Look at us. Third time's the charm. We go to the right. We're at the gate. We go to the right, and then to the left, and we're in 174.
Okay. Can I? You want to take this and follow me back?
Yeah. Do you want the map?
Yes.
His mic is not on. Hey Siri, text Kyle.
What would you like to say to Kyle?
Your microphone is not on.
It says, your microphone is not on. Send it.
Yes.
Done.
Thank you, Siri.
So we got a bit of a traffic jam here. You got this guy up in the dark gray Toyota. He's been blocking the road for about 15 minutes. He's having a hard time. He's having a hard time getting the old camper in there. That's okay. I'm in no hurry. Yeah, I got 1,000 trails roads are, well, these are insanely tight, but I get it. These sites are tight. Yeah, these sites are tight. If it's not something you do all the time, I can see it can be difficult to get your trailer backed in there, but yeah, it's not a very wide road, so it doesn't take much to block it up a bit.
Why do you think I'm always the best wide receiver and the best quarterback?
All right, we have cleared the passageway now. Or they have cleared the passageway for me to get through. Yeah, that was rather time consuming. I feel like that took a little longer than necessary. I don't know. They did do it. 154. And you got a rather steep curve to make here. I may have to put you down in a minute. Whiskey, won't you take away my troubles? I can't stand to do it on my own. There's many hours infinity. Way out west. We are 174.
This looks like an old people campground.
Oh, it's 1,000 Trails campground. Oh, baby, baby. Getting in the tree. Being one with the tree. Alright, 174, I believe, is right over here. Right there. Wow, that is straight up dirt. Yeah, we're going to use every inch of our real estate, for sure.
It's an interesting place to place it downstairs.
Yeah, they get two, like, right there together.
I mean, at least we'll...
Makes my job.
Yeah.
But I think Fifi should get more extra pee-pee breaks every day.
Yeah.
And I need some help with that. Fifi extra pee-pee breaks. Ah, not but thing. Right?
What do you
Not a
say?
thing. Oh boy, we criminals here.
No baby.
What? Alright guys, we did get here and get set up. Finally got the bus somewhat level. We kind of took us a while because it's like really lumpy. There's no like flat gravel pads, so there's like tree limbs, and it took us a while, but we did get it pretty level. Let me show you something really great. Wait for it. Wait for it. There's a water hookup. Oh yeah. Full hookups, baby. Yep, they don't have a ton of full hookup sites, but we were lucky enough to snag one. So I we'll take that. While it is cool that we have full hookups, we do have a new problem on the bus. Let me show you real quick. So a few days ago, I did something really dumb and so when I had to dump the other day, I forgot to flip the breaker back on. And so basically a couple days went by and we ran out of power. So what that means, when I run out of power, when I say that, the batteries or the inverter has a shutoff, a low voltage shutoff. So when the batteries hit a certain voltage, it shuts down as a safety precaution, which is good. It's set a little high, but that's beside the story. Anyways, so we ran out of power. You know, it was like, I don't know, I'd say like 3 or 4 o'clock. It'd been raining all day. So we had no solar. In order to fire up the generator or to fire up the inverter back up, you need DC. I don't know. I'm terrible. DC, AC power. You need one of them. So whatever comes from the sun and this generator is what I needed. So last time that happened, I fired the generator up and used that. But yeah, listen to this. Generator's got an issue. I'm thinking it's something to do with the starter. Everybody said check the battery. It sounds like a low battery, but they run off the chassis batteries. I've checked all that and that's perfectly fine. The generator has an issue now. Got to figure out what's going on with that. I do again believe this is the starter. So long story short, we ended up having to go to bed that night with no power on the bus. So we got up the next morning. Luckily, you know, we're like, so we got to pull this thing out at least into the sun enough to get the power inverter back on. I think you had to get it like right at like 24.2 volts, which is too high. I think that's a little too conservative on the voltage for the shutoff. But anyway, so we ended up pulling it out. By the grace of God, this slither of sunlight came through for like half an hour. We were able to get the inverter fired back up and slid back into our spot, ran and put the charger or the cable back on to get the batteries charged back up. But I do have a new problem. So before we head east, I do really want to get that figured out because, you know, we're going to be boondocking a lot, especially traversing east. And then the whole time we're in Michigan, we'll probably be boondocking. We don't use generator a lot, but when you do need it, you get a few rainy days in a row, you know, it's hot. We've had to run the air a lot. We're going to need it. So I do got to figure that out. If you guys have any advice on that, by what you heard, I think as a starter, I need to be able to get in there, pull it, slide it out, and check it out and try to figure out what's going on. But yeah, new problem has arisen. I told you guys I'd let you know what happened there, but these buses, man, they test you. They can test you. Well, now that we had full hookups, I figured we'd take a little hike. This campground's known for having some trails, and they have this little stream here. There's a stream there, and then down, we kind of gotten distance from it now a little bit, but down there is the Chihuahua River. We took kids, or at least Eli and Ben and Kevin and Theodore's up there a little bit on a little walk. They're really enjoying that. I think they'll really like. There's a lot of trails here, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, we have full hookups. So I won't need the toter this week. I'll get it fixed this week and let you guys know next week how it turned out. But yeah, luckily we were able to score a full hookup site. We're only here a few days, so I will need it when we go back to Tall Chief, which is where we just came from in this video. So I'm going to try that. I did actually buy some adhesive to put on there. We're just going to keep strolling on this incredibly beautiful, I guess, central Washington day. Man, it's beautiful. And that water is freezing. Yeah, there's they've got it like plastic on certain parts of it, and certain parts are just normal stream. I don't know if they had like a washout or something. They had to come in here and like put new supports in. I don't know. There's some of it has plastic. But yeah, it is a gorgeous day out here on the trails. Well, guys, just got done with our hike. Got back, got the dogs inside, kind of wore them out a little bit. Boys wore out a little bit. It's a cool campground. I'm glad we're here for a few days. Enjoy some of this wonderful weather, man. It is so beautiful here. Nice and sunny. 70s during the day, 50s at night. Pretty dang ideal. But yeah, guys, that's where I'm gonna leave you for this one. We'll pick you up here in 1 week from right where we left off. I hope you guys have an amazing 4th of July. Stay safe out there. And yeah, guys, we'll see you here next week. And take care of yourselves, guys. Bye-bye.